welcome to Lawrence Live. I'm Dr. Sean Smith, Superintendent of Schools for the Metropolitan School District of Lawrence Township. And I'm so excited today as we kick off our winter season for sports. And in Indiana, it is basketball. So today I'm joined by our head coach, Coach Wins. Coach Wins, why don't you introduce your two super athletes you have with us today?
Here to my left is senior Jalea Naylor.
Yes.
Next to her is my senior Beijing Zimmerman.
Well, welcome, Coach Wins, and welcome, Lady Bears. Glad to have both of you.
Thank you.
Coach Wins, this is your first time on our show. We hired you last year as the head coach of the Lawrence Central girls basketball team. So tell your superintendent, how has it gone? This is year two. How's it gone for you?
First year was shaky. You know, it was a learning curve for me. This year's a lot better. The girls know me better. I know them a little better. And they're starting to buy into what my coaching staff is selling right now. So we're doing a pretty good job right now. We still got a long way to go. We're getting better day by day.
No doubt, Coach Wins, that you're not new to basketball. You've coached before and have been around for a long time. But talk about that journey of building a basketball program at a school that traditionally has not won. And we'll talk about this year.
Well, I started off at Indianapolis Howell. From there, I went to Indianapolis Arlington, and then I came back home to my alma mater, Lawrence Central High School. It's hard to build a program if you don't have the talent there available to you. But what we did differently this year, we have a freshman team for the first time in a long time. So we're trying to build a program through a feeder system and through the freshmen.
Well, I got to watch the first game, and it is a much improved team. So let's talk about this school year and what has happened, because this is a totally different team than what I saw last year.
Yeah, the girls like each other. Girls like each other. They're playing for each other. I have some good seniors, these two, and I have two more that are good players as well. And so everybody's kind of buying into it and spending time together, and everyone likes each other. So I think this helps out a lot.
Right. Got to get along as a team. So basketball girls is team sport.
Yes.
Truly quintessential team sport. But talk about both of your roles. What position do you play and what do you do?
I play more of a point guard and a guard, so I'm more of like a leader. I control the tempo and also like run, set up our plays. So as the leader, it's kind of hard for me because I have a big role to take on, but also I know my team is looking down on me and looking upon me, so I just have to do what's best for us.
Okay. How about you, young lady?
On the floor, you can see me as a small forward. You know, I'm always trying to go to the basket. And as a senior, they're looking up to me too. So, you know, I have to lead by example. I have to always keep my tempo up, always bring positivity to the court, and, you know, do what I got to do as a senior to lead us to win.
So what is your record so far, ladies? I like for the audience to know.
As of last night, I think we're 4-0.
4-0?
Yes.
That's a new record for Lawrence Central.
It
I've
is.
seen a few years when we didn't win 4 games for the whole season, so congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
And so, but what have you guys done to improve and get better at what you do? What's different this year?
I think physically and mentally we're more prepared. We take practice more serious. We treat it like it's a game. So the more we work hard and trust our teammates, I think the further we'll get throughout the season.
Let's talk about off the court, because basketball is not the only thing that you do. So seniors, what do you got planned for the future?
My education, so I'm signing in the spring to Central State, so to further my academic and athletic career at Central State. So I focus more on school first and then basketball second. I also push that on my teammates.
Okay, outstanding. How about you, young lady?
It's the same way. I haven't really looked further into college yet, but I'm waiting upon, and just like that, I'm going to push it academically and physically on the court.
So you know, superintendent will check your grades, so they're very good, right?
Yeah, my grades are
Let's
good.
brag about
Good.
ourselves when we go out there, because a lot of people will be watching and wanting to know about you guys. So what's the plan for the season? What can you tell Coach Wynn over there? What are you guys? What are you guys striving for this year?
Remaining humble, putting the work in, and to win.
We're trying to make the state. That's
All
a
right.
big.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to make it state. So really, the way we're going so far, we can make it there. I say we can make it there if
Yeah.
we just keep pushing ourselves and working hard for
Right.
it.
Well, Dr. Smith has watched these young ladies, and they are much improved. And I've got great expectations for you guys from what I've seen so far. You've worked very, very hard to get better at what you do. Coach Wins, I want to thank you for all you've done with these young ladies. And I know you've got a team full of stars this year that are working very hard. Much improved team. And I know the Wildcats will be looking for you, and you'll be ready, won't you?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
will.
will.
That's the exciting thing about my job, ladies and gentlemen, is I have 2 high schools, so I get to root for both of them. So thank you for watching this segment of Lawrence Live. Next, we're going to have up the Lawrence Central boys basketball team, as we'll talk with their coach and 2 of their members. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to Lawrence Live. I'm Dr. Sean Smith, Superintendent of Schools, and now I'm joined with the Lawrence Central boys basketball team led by head coach Al Gooden. Coach Gooden, good to see you.
Good to be here.
And then you have 2 young men here, Mr. Nigel Pack. Good to see you back again, both
Glad
of
to
you.
be back.
DeAndre, welcome back.
Thank
As these 2 young men are seniors. And so, Coach Gooden, what can we expect this year from these 2 young men in your team?
I hope we have some good leadership out of these 2 young men.
Mm-hmm.
Setting the pace, playing hard, even through practice and games.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know last week, the last couple weeks, I have joined these 2 young men on major announcements. I think we should announce it to the community. Both of these young men have committed to major colleges. So I'm going to give each of you a chance to share with the public where you have committed. So Nigel, tell them where you're going.
I'm going to Kansas State University.
Okay. DeAndre?
I'll be attending Louisville University.
Louisville. Outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 young men within our program here in Lawrence Township, both of them Lawrence Township kids who have been educated here. Academically, they're well prepared, but they're going to be attending major colleges next year to play basketball. Let's talk about that, gentlemen. How do you feel about that?
I look at it as it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people get this opportunity, so I'm try to take full advantage of it, get the most of it.
Nigel, talk to me.
I'm very excited. I'm glad that my dreams and all my hard work is able to pay off in a good way.
Well, let's talk deeper because I think people think you guys, it's just all about basketball. So those are 2 major colleges. Got to do a little bit of work academically. So talk about that. What have you guys done academically to put yourselves in those positions?
Me, it started early for me. I tried to get a lot of my AP classes out the way early just to put myself in a better position. Just try to stay focused on the books.
Can't get D's and C's, right? C's
No,
and
sir.
D's or F's, no.
No, sir.
A's and B's, Nigel? Is that what you tell the students out there?
A's.
A's. I like
Yeah.
the sound of that. I like the sound of that because Kansas, as well as other schools that were trying to recruit you, that's the very first thing they wanted to know is, are these good guys and are they academically eligible? Because at the university, you do them no good if you're not eligible to play. Is that correct?
Correct.
And those coaches probably talk to you about that.
Definitely.
Coach Gooden, you've got these guys coming back, and last year you were one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Indiana, and I think you're going to be top-ranked again. So let's talk about what to expect with this season coming up with these guys and the other guys you have on your team.
I think it's never that easy, being top ranked is good, but, they put a bullseye on your back. So that leads him to play hard, get themselves prepared for every game. We can't be like Kentucky and Evansville. So we got to be out every game, do practice and everything.
Both of you talk about high school basketball in Indiana, and I know you guys play AAU, you play over the summer. What's different about Indiana basketball? What makes it so special?
I feel as though basketball here is taken very seriously. There's a lot of support, a lot of fans. The whole every community, it's a lot. Everything's focused around basketball, so I feel like this is the center of basketball.
Nigel, what do you think?
I think the competition level is very high. I watch basketball on YouTube at different places. I just feel like competition level when you watch different places, the guys are playing people that are not so good. When we play here every night, feels like there's always somebody very competitive we're playing. And you can tell that even by your videos, you can tell it's a very competitive game.
So you guys coming to this season, you'll obviously be one of the top teams ranked, but your competitors will be after you. It'll be a bullseye on your chest. You have legendary coach. You have a Hall of Fame coach right here, and Coach Gooden. He's won state championship, and your neighbors to the north, they've won a few championships, and they're really good. So every night is a grind, isn't it?
Definitely.
Okay, and you can't take anyone lightly. And so I'm just proud of both of these young men. I've had the opportunity to watch both of them grow up over the years. They have represented this district very well as athletes, but also as students, and I think we will be very proud of, and I'm certainly going to follow you guys all the way through college and whatever you guys decide you're going to do. But these are great kids, and this year we certainly want to put our energy behind them and support them as they push on to the next level. So thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
And high expectations, gentlemen, for both of you. Coach Gooden, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for this segment of Lawrence Live. And up next, we have the Wildcats. They're coming. Okay, guys, we're ready. Hello and welcome back to Lawrence Live. Ladies and gentlemen, I would not be fair unless I bring the Lawrence North Wildcats. So we've got the Lady Wildcats basketball team. Coach Giffen, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And our young ladies here, Miss Young, welcome. Miss Davison, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Lawrence Live. These two young ladies have been here before. It's so exciting to bring them both back as they're seniors. But Coach Giffen, new season, state runner-ups last year. I got to put that out there. We were state runner-up in Indiana, which is huge. This close to winning the state championship because of these young ladies. It was an incredible run last year. But Coach Giffen, what can we expect as we go into the season?
Well, I hope we can expect similar excitement and effort, and certainly the result of trying to win championships. So, you know, we certainly have a goal internally of trying to win the whole thing, which we were very short, as you mentioned, last year, very close, I should say. But we have some goals that we want to take care of prior to that, including the Marion County Championship, which is extremely prestigious, and then our conference is, as you know, very competitive, the MIC. And so I think those two things come before, and then obviously you got to win a sectional before you can go all the way. So
Absolutely.
we put those things kind of in that order and try and evaluate as we go. And so far we're off to a really good start. And we're excited about where we're going.
Now, Coach Giffen, you've had injuries. You've had some incredible teams over the last 6 years, and you got the injury bug, and we had one last year in the state. How are young ladies, because we have one that was injured in the state championship game, one that was injured in the regional? How about
Regional
ladies?
final, yes.
Yeah, how are they doing?
Both of those young ladies are in the midst of rehabbing. In fact, the one that was injured in the state championship game, Lauren Gunn, is going to play Saturday in limited minutes against New Pal. So we're excited to get those girls back. They're both practicing. And so we're going to slowly and surely immerse them in what we're doing and try not to disrupt, you know, what we've got going so far. We've had to include some new faces, and we're excited about those girls as well. So definitely it'll be good to get those girls back. Lauren in particular has been a 4-year starter. So her
So
experience.
you're not at full strength right now, and what's the record, Coach?
We're 4-0. Yeah,
Looking pretty good, I see.
appreciate that.
All
Yeah.
right, I like what I see.
We got work to do,
Yeah.
but we're definitely excited about our start, and a lot of it's because of these two.
Oh, absolutely. And I got to brag on these two young ladies. These two young ladies both have been 4-year players for you. They have done well academically. Kristen Young, tell the public, where are you going to go to college, young lady?
I'm going to University of Illinois, Chicago.
Close by,
Yeah.
and they're going to get an incredible player. Katie Davis, where are you going?
Miami, Ohio.
Miami of Ohio. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. We're top student athletes in Lawrence Township. Both of these young ladies have committed. There's probably some other ladies on your team that are going to do the same thing here very soon. But very proud of each of you. How did we get here, young ladies? What does it take to get a college scholarship? Christian, you start off. Tell them.
Really, it just takes like determination because, like, there's gonna be a lot of bumps in the road. But as long as you're determined to meet your goal of getting the scholarship or doing whatever, then you'll be able to maintain and stay on track.
Absolutely. Kate?
Carrying up what she says, you just have to like really just trust the process and lock in and just know what you want to get there.
No doubt about it. So practicing, as I talk with the guys before, academics are huge because the schools check you out ahead of time because they want to know that investment they're going to make in you is going to be lasting. So they want to know if you're good students. You ladies good students?
Yes.
You take it seriously. That's good. So you got to do both things on the court and off the court. And so very proud of both of these young ladies. They have committed themselves to this township and this community as being hard workers in basketball. But let's talk about this season, ladies. What can we expect? You both are leaders of the team. What can we expect for this upcoming season?
Really, you can just expect to see like a really high energy team. A team that you can really see that comes together and like actually enjoys each other because no matter what the scoreboard says, we're going to have each other's back. And so that just helps us and pushes us along the season.
Katie, you're a senior. You're a leader too. She's a quiet leader.
We have a lot of new faces, a lot of young talent. But just like Christian said, we all play together and we all love each other, and that just really carries our bond and it makes us better.
Yeah, and I watch you guys. You really like playing well together.
Yeah.
You guys feed off of each other. But I think one thing that I notice about Coach Giffen teams, he likes you guys play defense, doesn't he?
Yes.
He thinks I don't notice that. I do. He's really big on defense. And so, Coach and ladies, how do you, because defenses, how do you do all of that? You know, because everybody, basketball, we want to score, right? So how do you make that commitment to defense?
I mean, honestly, when we play defense, it creates like easier offensive opportunities for us. So our defense just motivates us to like score on offense.
Katie, what do you think?
It's just a lot of communication, which helps us a lot. Like Christian said, we want to get easy baskets. So
I like that.
Yeah.
So if we're missing shots, Miss Young, it's okay, right? Because we can make it up by making easy shots. It's a joke between she and I because I want her to shoot those 3-pointers when they leave you open. But the bottom line is you guys work very hard. Defense is one of those things where you have to want it.
yeah,
And some teams, they want to score, but they don't want to play defense and stop the other team from scoring. So I've noticed that about you guys this year. That intensity has gone up. Well, Coach, we were runner-ups last year, and everyone, I'm reading the newspaper, I picked the newspaper, and they have you guys rated very high. How do you keep this team very humble? Because I checked the roster, all my ladies are back. Everyone's back.
Yeah. I think it's something that we talk about daily. I mean, they could attest to that. I mean, I talk about being humble and hungry, and they continue to echo that. And I think that message just permeates through our locker room and what we do. As far as we're concerned, you know, it's a new season, and there are new things to accomplish. And so we've got to continue to, as they said earlier, you know, grind out day by day, game by game, and try and get better and enjoy the process of it, because I think you've got to do that, especially as a high school student athlete. Enjoy it while you're going along, but it certainly makes it better to win. Winning's fun.
Absolutely. That's part of it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're led by an incredible coach and outstanding young ladies on this team. They are something to watch, and I would encourage everyone to come out and support the Wildcats this year. They were state runner-ups last year. You're hungry, aren't you, ladies?
Yes.
They want to be state champions. So what can I say, ladies and gentlemen? An honor to be here. I've watched a lot of you young ladies' basketball games, and I do plan to watch more. I like to go all the way into March, right? Did I get that right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this segment of Lawrence Live. Up next are the boys, Wildcats, and Coach Kiefer's coming. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to Lawrence Live. I'm joined with the Lawrence North Wildcat boys basketball team with Coach Jack Kiefer. Thank you, Coach Kiefer, for coming again.
You're welcome.
Always an honor to be in your presence, sir. As our head basketball coach at Lawrence North High School, we're joined by Tony Perkins, Mr. Perkins, Senior. All right? And then DJ Hughes, Junior, here at Lawrence North High School. Coach Kiefer, it's been many years. Let's talk about this team you have this year, because a lot of people are talking about the Bears. What about the Wildcats this year?
Oh, they're better than the Bears.
What can we expect this year? What can we talk about this year, Coach?
Oh, we've got a good team. We're
Yes, you do.
Our overall speed is very good. Chemistry is very good. We don't have guys wanting more attention than the other when they just play.
Yes.
They're very unselfish, and we're just having a lot of fun when we're practicing. So it makes a good year.
Yeah, you had a lot of new guys last year. You were kind of young, but this year you got a lot of experience coming back, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we picked up some guys. The football team had a couple guys that were just faster than the devil, so we got them out, and I think that helps our practice a little bit, and it makes it more physical, and so it's helping us in many ways that way.
Right. Well, Coach, sitting to your left there is a young man that I remember as a freshman, went up for a dunk, and I leaned over to his principal and said, "Who was that guy?" And here he is, Mr. Tony Perkins. Tony, I'm proud of you because I just saw last week, and I hated I couldn't be at your signing, but you just signed to go where, young man?
University of Iowa.
University of Iowa. I'm really proud of you and your family, because this is an incredible young man who works very hard. So, Big Ten, why Iowa? And we'll talk more. Why'd you pick the University of Iowa?
It fit me best. It felt like home, not necessarily, but it just felt great to be there. So
Not a lot of people can say that. University of Iowa, Big Ten, that's pretty serious. So you have committed yourself, obviously, to basketball. And looking out there to young people, what does it take to get a college scholarship? What does it take to be at that level, Tony?
Just be yourself. Let the game come to you. Hard work, practice every day, and just be yourself.
Well, you know, I'm going to ask about those grades. Grades okay?
Yeah, they're good.
Absolutely. Tight, aren't they? Yeah. And leadership. And so this young man has set himself apart. And Coach Kiefer, I would think he's going to be one of the top basketball players in the state of Indiana this year. And I'd love to see him on the Indiana All-Star team and maybe even a Mr. Basketball candidate. So I'm really proud of you. You got a young man sitting next to you, Mr. Junior, DJ Hughes. I just picked up the newspaper and saw your picture in there with the juniors. DJ, talk a little bit about your journey. What's going on with you? What are you thinking about as far as college?
College-wise, I always kind of let it come to me. I used to kind of stress about it, and then one summer came and everything started coming to fruition. I just slowly take it as I goes. So
I like the sound
whatever
of
comes,
that.
I take it.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
because I think both of you fully understand, and Coach Kiefer probably pushes this with you. Basketball's a team sport,
Yeah.
you know, and coaches are looking for guys who are coachable. They can work within a team, and so I know a lot of guys like to have their highlight reel, but at the end of that highlight reel, you like to have a win next to it.
Exactly.
So, what is expected from you guys this year? What are your goals for the Lawrence North Wildcats this year, Mr. Perkins?
Our goals is, of course, get to state and win state. But our main goal, our actual goal, our accomplishment this year is go undefeated and help the whole team around us get better as a unit and then get to state and win it.
Okay, DJ, what are you gonna do with that? What do you contribute as one of the big guys on the team?
Versatility all around. Like, all of our guys were bigger guys, or some of the bigger guys in the MIC, but we all have real versatile play styles, so we might not do what you're expecting us to do. So we just kind of bring it to the game.
This is a great defensive player right here, and this young man is very, very smart with basketball. I watched that with you. Coach Kiefer, wrap it up for me. What do you see this year? A lot of talent in the state, a lot of talent in this area.
Yeah, it's always that way, but we got to get through it. That's for sure. But it's fun. I'm glad you pointed out DJ. He had to guard two unbelievable big guys last year, and he outplayed them both.
Yes.
The kid from Bad Davis and the kid from Center Grove.
Yes, he did.
And we won both the games, and it was just his defense that won it for us. And so it's just they've got a burr. You know, a good athlete has a nervous twitch, or he has a little fight in him, and these guys have it, and I got more of that same nature. So it's a fun group to do. And as far as what we want to accomplish, you know, we've been to that state, and I've been there, and it's really a lot of fun. I try to convince them of that, but and I know Al's been there a few times, so it's a matter of us convincing our teams to stay to the grind and stay hard-nosed and work on the grades and work on all the things that make a better team.
Well, Coach, it is always an honor to be with you. This man is legendary in his commitment to boys basketball, but as a teacher also. You guys have a great teacher that's with you, and so I enjoy every time watching him put together strategy to coach for you guys. He's one of the best in the business, and I get to say he's one of my coaches, so I'm honored to have Coach Kiefer here with us and these two young men, and I want to wish you guys the best of luck this year. You guys are going to make some noise in the state of Indiana and make me proud.
Okay.
I got you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this segment of Lawrence Live. It's been an honor today to have all of our teams, basketball teams, for this year, as we want to wish them well as they go into the season. And thank you for watching this segment of Lawrence Live.